Hello everyone, today I will show you which class in Dead Rails you should choose first and which ones are best to avoid. Let's start with the Nun class. There's nothing to say about it because it's just a regular game where you start with a shovel and that's it. Well, the musician is very good in a team, but if you don't have any friends, let's move on. The next class is the Miner, one of the best in the game. At the very beginning, you start with 2 pieces of coal, a pickaxe, and a helmet. Thanks to this, you can buy a revolver right away. I think I should clarify here that when I play, I always buy 2 pieces of coal at the beginning, because if you buy only 1 piece of coal, you may not be able to make it to the first house. I've already completed the Nightmare difficulty level, you can watch this video clip. And then I was able to get through Dead Rails only because I mined all the ore and coal with a pickaxe. In other words, the pickaxe is a very powerful item that will help you save money if you don't want to go to the city or mine coal. It's a very powerful class, I recommend everyone to buy it. Next comes the Doctor. You appear with 2 snake oil and 2 bandages. It is important to note that the Doctor has his own passive ability. You can revive your teammate even without bandages, at the cost of your health. So, snake oil and bandages will help you both in solo and team play. If you play alone, you will be able to better resist zombies, meaning you will potentially live longer and be able to withstand more hits, and in team play, the Doctor is already a classic simply because everyone thinks that the Doctor will revive you in case of your death. I don't see a single downside here, so I recommend it as your first purchase. Next comes Arsenite, who has increased fire damage and is given 4 Molotov cocktails. If you are playing alone, I advise you to find a horse or buy snake oil from the very beginning, as Molotov cocktails are best thrown into crowds. As you can see, I spent 3 Molotov cocktails on the robbers, which is why I don't have enough for these zombies. I was only able to damage these zombies a little. I think that if I hadn't wasted 3 Molotov cocktails, I would have burned these zombies, but unfortunately, I wasted them on the bandits. Since there are stronger classes, it's better to take him later, after you get stronger classes. So, Packmaster, since this is my video, I'll tell you that this is one of the most confusing classes in my opinion. You have the ability to tame wolves if they bite you, but you have to find them first, and they aren't very strong, so it's better to choose another class instead of Packmaster. By the way, I believe that this class would be strong, but it depends heavily on luck. Necromancer, with a 25% chance of killing a creature with a melee weapon, you will resurrect it and it will become your servant. That is, it will fight for you.
I killed 6 mobs and not a single one became a servant. Well, that's nonsense, it's nonsense.
I wish you luck playing this class, I can't do it. I didn't manage to kill a single mob, not even on my second attempt. This is the second time I've tried to play Necromancer. Finally, let's move on to the more familiar werewolf classes. At night, you have double speed, damage, and health. I want to say that it will probably be most difficult for a beginner to play at night. At night, vampires, werewolves, and even ordinary zombies may appear, and they will all be very disruptive to a beginner, since they won't know how to wait out the night. So, in my opinion, the werewolf class is very good for newbies, but it is also important to note that during the day you will be only 10% weaker, but you quickly get used to it, so it's no big deal. One of the best classes is High Roller, where you get 1.5 times more money than any other player. His inventory doesn't change, so you can buy a revolver right from the start of the game. For solo play, this is a great class. For example, if you submit a Jade Mask from Sterling City, you'll get $375 instead of $250, and that's all the money in the game. The downside is that he gets hit by lightning 10 times more often, but in all my time playing Dead Rails, I've only been hit by lightning once. This is how much money I got from robbing one bank. So I still recommend buying it. Next up is the Cowboy. At the start of the game, you appear with a revolver, ammunition, and a horse. What else do you need? You can kill the whole town on your own. You'll already have 48 bullets and a horse, thanks to which neither werewolves nor fast zombies will be able to catch you, and you'll be able to kill them. Such a player will come in handy in both team and solo play. So it's strange that you don't have him yet. Next on our list is the Conductor. You appear with 2 pieces of coal but no shovel, so you'll need someone to throw you one or buy yourself a gun. Previously, his passive ability was only 50% of the player's total health, but now it's been restored. The conductor's main feature is that he can accelerate the train to 85 kilometers per hour. Now you can really feel how fast the train is. You can pass dead rails faster, not only on your own but also as part of a team. However, I wouldn't recommend him for solo play, as there is already a cowboy. The Alamo is a class that specializes in protecting the train. If you do this, it's imbalanced. If not, just forget about it. And now we move on to the most imbalanced class in this game. The vampire has increased melee damage, increased speed, and takes damage from the sun. And there's more. He restores health thanks to his vampire knife. After the last update, the vampire became even stronger. Now you can save with the left mouse button and just restore health until you kill everyone. Yes, there may be problems with bandits, but that's if you don't have a rifle yourself, and look at this. Okay, I killed the bandits here. Maybe I can't kill the whole town with just one knife? I can. That's nonsense. Because of his speed, no one can catch you, and because of the damage from the vampire knife, you kill everyone in 2 hits. The vampire needs to be nerfed, but until then, buy him immediately. The survivor's special ability is that his damage increases depending on how little health he has. Even when he is at full health, he deals more damage than a regular player. He appears with a tomahawk and a shovel. For example, his damage increases not only from melee weapons, so I'll buy a gun now. So, even with the worst revolver, I can kill a zombie in the head with 1 bullet. I'll say it again, I kill them with 1 shot from this revolver. He is quite balanced compared to the vampire, because in order to always maintain high damage, you need to have low health, which means that any shot to the head or a zombie's blow to the back will kill you. He has no drawbacks, you just need to play carefully, so I recommend him as your first purchase. Next comes the milkman, who appears with milk. His passive ability tells us that he becomes stronger thanks to milk. If we are 100% in milk, we will become much faster, faster than a train or a vampire. We will also have increased damage, but only in close combat, while damage from a revolver will remain the same. So, the main disadvantage is that milk is difficult to find, but on the other hand, you won't get any debuffs if you are in water, for example. If you drink milk before entering the city, you will be able to clear the entire city by yourself, which is also very powerful. I recommend it for your first purchase, but I want to emphasize that there are more reliable classes, but the milkman is also very strong, so it's up to you. Next, we have the zombie class, which has a passive ability that makes all mobs notice you sooner than others, which is a great passive ability. Thanks to it, you can simply shoot everyone from a distance and they won't even notice you. But if they do notice you, you will take damage and won't be able to use bandages.
His other passive ability is that you can eat corpses.
You replenish your health by doing this, like a vampire who kills someone with his knife. So this is very bad. To restore your health, you need to kill someone, which makes little sense. In general, I do not recommend this class at all. Priest. You start with 2 crosses that you can't sell, so at best you can kill 2 werewolves with them. You also have 2 holy waters, but in any case, an arsonist is better than a priest. So I don't recommend buying it. And lastly, ironclad, sorry, but I don't have it. So I'll just say that there are other classes that are cheaper and probably more useful than him. That's it, all classes are over. Don't forget to subscribe to the channels, like and comment. Thank you all for watching, good luck and bye.